All right, how's everyone doing today? Good deal. Unfortunately, the breakout's already happened this morning, so kind of disappointing. So we'll see what happens later. I feel like if we're going to get a breakout trade, we're going to have to wait. Yeah. See if we got anything popping. That's the 15-minute here. Let's see here. Okay, so that was also a breakout on the 1 hour chart too. Oh, excuse me. Kind of looking at this chart, it kind of looks like we're going to be possibly in a uptrend. This is a 4-hour chart. So, I mean, usually you're thinking maybe 700 points is unthinkable, but man, the way the last couple of days have been, anything is possible, guys. Anything is possible. Trying to keep eye on Bulonox, see if they're going to offer a discount today. I don't know if they're staying away because of the crazy movement we're having today. Not really sure what the day's going to offer today, guys. It can be pretty much anything. Go to dashboard and select Riptic Trail. All right, having a nice little pullback starting out today. Man, we had a crazy rip. I was watching this earlier on my TradingView app here. Unfortunately, I feel like we already missed the 3 and 5 minute breakout this morning. So I don't know how much longer we'll have to wait. Yesterday, we had to wait almost 2 hours for the setup. So the breakout this morning was pretty much back here. We have Fed minutes today. We do have news. See, we got 3-star news today. So 3-star news we have today is going to be at 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Eastern, and 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Good morning, guys. How's everyone doing today? We got about 2 minutes before the market opens here. Good morning, Jimmy. All right, sorry about this, guys. Had to sign up for something real quick. All right, guys, the market's open. Sorry about that. I had to sign up for an account real quick. Just give me one moment. Let me do this real quick and should be back to normal We usually don't. We try to stay away from the market first thing in the morning. Not first thing in the morning, but at least the opening, because that's where you can just get your head ripped off. Your face ripped off. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, guys. Good morning, John. I'm not sure how long we're going to have to wait for the next setup. I feel like the setup happened pre-market, guys. Give me a minute and I can show you. Say 15. All right. Let me change back. Yeah, so we had like a little 3-minute breakout this morning for freaking 200, almost 300 points this morning. So that was the trade this morning, but a lot of times I don't take pre-market trades. So I'm not sure how long we'll have to wait for another setup. I think yesterday we had to end up waiting almost 2 hours before we got their next setup. So unfortunately, we'll see if we can find some trades on our evals. Those are funded trades that I'm talking about. We got to wait for, because I trade my evals a little different than I trade my funded. We're a little bit more aggressive on our evals. Looks like we had a lot of consolidations here at the 17,400s. We get above this, find support, we should make a nice little run. Because I think, what is it? We were all the way up to here yesterday. Yeah. Is there anybody else that's trading here, or is everybody else just spectators? Good morning, Banby. How did yesterday finish for you? You able to at least find a couple trades yesterday morning? I was just telling everybody, Bammy, I'm not sure if how much longer we'll have to wait for a setup. Kind of like yesterday. Remember I said we had to wait almost 2 hours for the setup? Unfortunately, we already had the breakout this morning off the 3-minute. It was kind of ugly though, so that's why I didn't take it. I mean, these are just kind of an ugly setup. But it still worked, but we didn't take it. I'm not sure if anybody here trades Quantower, but if you're looking for a cheap way to trade Quantower, you can use daytrade.com and they have 90% off. You can get like $12 evals. And this is what their charts look like if you've never used Quantower. Which I'm still not the greatest with Quantower. I'm still fairly new with Quantower. But they have nice looking charts. I'm a bigger fan of Ninja, because that's just what I've been using the last couple years. Then starting next week, we will also be trading on Tradeovate. We're going to be trading a live funded account on Tradeovate. That might have been a little non-EMA bull flag. what sucks about taking these right now is your candles are so massive that the stop loss is just insane. So this here is what, if you even just kept the bottom of this candle, I mean, that's almost like a 30-point freaking stop loss. Yeah, it's insane. Like the stop losses that we've been having to deal with since last week is just mind-boggling. Before these last couple weeks, that I usually strictly use like a 10 to 15-point stop loss. I always kept a very tight stop loss. So oh man. Might have to wait for the 21. Might get a good move here if this pushes up and get the 21 breakout this morning. We're bouncing off yesterday's close. Let's see if we get back above the 300s here, or after we touch this 50 here. Oh, you had to file your taxes? Yeah, me and my wife had to pay taxes every year, and I'm so far about getting that done. I need to get it done by this weekend though, because I'm supposed to go out of town next week. So I have to get it done this weekend. All right, so that was a kind of a 2150 EMA bounce. I forgot, where do you say you're taking your trades at, Bambi? What platform are you using? I remember you saying you were using Top Step to trade, or Top Step and Apex, maybe. To the moon. Oh no, I hope this doesn't come back. We're already up 50 points on this trade. We caught the breakthrough back through the 100. So it's kind of like what we were talking about with fish lips yesterday. Man, I should have went for more. That was a 100-point move. Wow, that was crazy. Woo, I was nervous. Trust me, I went in very low at 4 micros, took 2 off at 10, and had those 2 runners. Woo. So we did get the 21 bounce. That's where I was saying we pushed up, looked for that 21 bounce. Then we got back above the opening range high here. And I waited to make sure we broke through this little bull flag here. Now, these are just eval type trades. These are not funded. Fish lip is probably over in Methodical Man's lobby. He's usually in my lobby sometimes, and he's also in Methodical Man's. Good morning, Java. How are you doing? All right, so on 4 micros, that was for $337 just on 4 micros. All right, so my charts may freeze for a minute. I got to reset my Apex because we signed up for a couple more Apex evals. So my charts are going to freeze right here, guys. Just for a few minutes, just for a minute or two. Nice. Man, we left a lot on the table. We left another 100 points on the table. Good morning, Roger. There's so much room to the upside, guys. We can literally just go up 5, 6, 700 points today. All right. Man, I literally almost want to full send one of these accounts. It's close. It's very tempting. Yeah, the market is still crazy, Java. Bambi, how many points did you scalp out of the 2 points? Or for your 2 micros? Wow, this thing just went up 200 points off the rip, off the 21 pullback this morning. I wouldn't get short until this thing breaks structure because right now it could be one of these days where we just buy the pullback every trade. Oh, nice. 175? What? Man, I know. I feel like I left so much on the table. I would be done dated today. You might just get you a cheap eval or a sim account and just practice. That's what I would do. Sounds like Methodical Man's over at full porting. I got a 90% eval. We may go in heavy in a minute if we can find a spot. Oh yeah, I'm just glad it worked out for us. I'm usually very iffy about these early morning calls. But at least it sounded like you wanted light though. That's good. Only going 2 micros. That's the best. The best there. This way, if we do take a loss, we're not losing nothing too much. Just devastating. Now this next, if I enter again, it's gonna be super risky because I could possibly blow this eval up here. So it looks like we're back to the 5-minute what do you want to call it? The 5-minute breakout here. Oh, never mind. We just sold back through it. Man, that's another. Oh no. New normal for a while. Man, this is going to be insane, John, if this is the new normal. Ah. Man. Sounds good, Bambi. Have a good morning. Congrats on the 175-point move. Man, I thought I could get that push down to the open range high here. Yeah, we're just doing evals this morning. We're doing a cheap 90% evals. So that last trade was actually on minis. So we could easily blow up this eval here. Ugh. So this is kind of like your Fibonacci 50% mark here at the 78. Whew. Man, that was insane. So like I said, I mean, I should have held. I was trying to pass this account this morning. That was for These are 90% evals, so we're up 1,270. I missed my funded account trade this morning. My funded account trade happened early this morning, right here on this 3-minute breakout and 5-minute breakout. Oh, it wasn't a 5-minute. It was just a 3-minute. Sorry. So I'm not sure how long we're going to have to wait for another setup as far as that goes, but we will trade our evals here. All right. We're going to switch back over to micros. All right, we're going to go back down to micros. We were on minis. We only need like, what, $250 or $300 more to pass this account. Man. So this is usually the time of the day that we do get a breakout. This is your macro time. Man, this thing just ripped like 50 points. It's just insane. What, 100 points off that 21. I got long at what, 87 or right in the 80s on that one. Whenever we were making that strong push back above this session mid here. Wow. That's what I'm saying. Today is probably not a day to go for shorts. I just keep buying the pullbacks. So pull back, and just draw you a little flag out here and just take the breakouts. Especially with this type of volatility. I mean, we're just ripping like 50, 60 points out of nowhere. It's just insane. I've never seen price action like this. I mean, you might get this once in a blue moon, but this is like something that we'll probably won't see for years and years to come after whatever's this crazy market's going on. Oh, goodness. Ugh. So this little box here, if you're kind of new to the channel, I try to mark out these little squares for certain times of the day. So this first square here is our 5-minute close, 5-minute close candle. And this next box up here to the top is your 15-minute close. And this box here is usually, there's like a macro time, which is usually about 10 minutes before the 4-hour candle closes. John, have you taken any trades today? Or Java, did any of you two jump in? Nice. Dude, that first trade I jumped in, man, we left 100 points on the table. That thing went up 200 points. And even this one went up 100 points because I got long from 387. Good morning, Don. Good morning, Fabit. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong there. Good morning, Trace. Are any of you guys in the lobby trading today, or are you guys just spectating? I mean, technically, this is another little bear flag here. A bull flag. I'm sorry, another little bull flag. If it can't hold the 90 here, we'll close this trade. We pull back to the 90. Come on, it held. Come on, 90, hold up. I just don't want to get ripped my face off because the volatility. So not like I said, 90 is my kind of my line in the sand for me. Okay. It may still go. I just don't want to get ripped off because it could drop. You got to be super careful with this type of movement because it could just be insane. Good close. Good close. Once I saw it struggling, because a lot of times what happens is you'll go between 90 and 110. And if it can't get through that 110 mark, more likely you're going to get a pullback. And see, I thought we can maybe push up to this pivot up here. And also above this previous wick high up here. Whoo, look at this reversal. Insane, guys. That was like a 100-point rip to the downside. This is why I just closed mine at 90. I knew as soon as we broke back below 90, more likely we're going to have a deep pullback. I mean, it just tapped off that 21 EMA and just ripped. There we go. We're still in for 2 micros. For this to hold up, you'll need the 9 EMA to hold. If the 9 EMA hold, it'll probably stop us out. And that means we're just going back down. So we got the original 10 out of there. Whew. Oh, don't tell me it's going to be one. I don't know. That may be a fake out. Well, It's hard to catch these rips, even though you can see that we're possibly moving back up. I can't tell you how many times I've been in 1 or 2 candles early and the very next candle just rips off 50, 60 points. Yep, and that's just exactly what's happening. 1 candle too early, guys. That's the way it goes sometimes. Man. Kind of hurts my feelings. Oh, we tried this twice. I mean, you can see the big bull flag we have setting up. Unfortunately, we were just one candle too early, guys. 1 candle too early. My goodness, that was like a 130 point rip. Shoot. All right, I guess we'll take this off. And now all we got to do is, all we can do now is just wait for some type of bull flag setup. Like I said, today I feel like it's definitely going to be a just buy once we pull back and just try to buy the dip. Hopefully it'll come a little bit sooner. This was kind of an ugly pullback just because we had so many candles. Set this here. All right, so this is kind of where we're sitting at on our counts now. These are the ones from earlier this morning. These are fairly new evals. We're trading evals this morning. No funded trades. We missed the 3-minute setup this morning for the funded trade. This is a 90% eval, so we went in super, super heavy with minis instead of micros. So we're at 1,174 on this eval. We had to make $1,500 to pass. This one, I was just trading micros this morning, so we're only up 337. The one that you just saw me take a loss on was this one. So that's the reason why I didn't mind if we took small losses, because now we're back down to micros and we're already up over $1,000 on this new account for the day. It's been so hard to trade funded accounts on this crazy movement because your stop loss had to be so massive. Available. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Rico. How are you guys doing today? Is anybody in the lobby trading, or is everybody just kind of watching? We've been trying to put our 3-minute breakouts in the Discord for anybody that follows Discord. This was yesterday's call out. Yesterday we posted this call out at 8 o'clock in the morning, but like I said, it took about 2 hours and 20 minutes for it to happen. So you had to be super patient yesterday. And this trade ended up going down 150 points. So this was the 3-minute call, 3-minute setup from yesterday. This morning, like I said, we missed this morning. It happened pre-market. So a lot of times what happens on those pre-mornings like that, you have to wait till like lunchtime most of the time before you get another setup. Man, are we going to lose this 20 here? Lose that 20 EMA. We got to push down to the 400s possible. And the 50 EMA. Oh, shoot. No, I'm not going to do it. There we go. We could bounce here. This is your 50% mark, but I don't want to lose all my profits. So we're going to at least take 30. Well, actually, we'll do up there. Mike goes. I couldn't even get it moved. So this is kind of a setup that I do take on eval. So what we do is we wait till we see a push down and the 21 holds and it tries to push back up. Then it pushes back up into the 9. And then we end up selling off once we break this 21 EMA. I take this setup a lot on evals. All right, so we need probably another $100 to pass this account. So we'll lower our risk down to like say 5 micros or something, just because we only need like I said, what, $100? I mean, yeah, $100 to pass. More likely, we're going to continue if we stay below this session mid. You almost want to see a retest into that area. So let's see if this area holds here. Wasn't sure if this was going to hold. If this was going to hold, I was going to look for shorts. Ooh. What's up, fish lips? Pretty good so far. Oh, shoot. Man, that was so quick. I couldn't even get out of it. I did wow. Oh, dang. I got faked out. Faked out. So far, it's going good. We're just trading evals today. It's too volatility for whatchamacallit for uh-oh. I lost my board. Sorry about that. Did I accidentally close my chart out? No, I didn't. I thought I closed my chart out. If we can get back below this session mid, we should get a nice little push. Ah, there it goes. So we did break below that. See if we can find something else. Damn, this is just about ready to sell off. We lost that freaking 400. I said if we lose the 400, we should get a nice little dip here. See if we can get some kind of pullback here. Good morning, Laura. All right, let's see if we can get it. We need to see a push back up to the 400s here. Right now, your 400 is kind of holding. I want to see if this 400 is going to hold. Maybe push back down to the 50s here. This could easily be your bottom here just because we're pushing back above the Fibonacci 50% mark here at the 96s. So you kind of just want to wait and see what's going to happen with this 400 level here. Is that going to be a fake out? We still got about 10 more minutes left before the your initial balance setup. Ooh. Oh, dude, that thing wicked me. Y'all see that? That thing literally went through my damn take profit and didn't fill. Son of a bitch. That's dirty. Probably gonna get stopped out because it just wicked me. It didn't fill my order. So maybe the second time I'll fill it. Okay, there it goes. Like, damn it. That was gonna suck if that did that. Because this movement is so insane. I mean, it's not that hard to get 10 points. It's just it just didn't fill me. Look at this insane pullback. just break even. I mean, break even on the runners. We didn't get anything for the runners. We were able to at least hit our target on the main of the contracts, but man, I just don't know if it didn't have anything to fill there. I mean, that stuff still went up like what, 40 points almost. So most of these trades you guys see me taking today, now these are just eval setups. Like I would never do this on a funded account or a money account or anything like that. My line in the sand's 400 here. Just trying to see if we can hold on for our runners, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So still not getting anything for the runners. We're still hitting our first target. We just can't get anything for our runners. Man, this thing's just going to rip. Even that was what, 40, almost a 40-point rip just off of this session mid. This is why you got to be super careful today, just because of this type of movement. I mean, it's like a 100-point rip already. Ooh, this price action's insane, guys. Insane. I don't know if any of you guys are trying to trade this or not, but it is insane. We don't ever see price action like this. Ooh. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me put my other chat up here. Thanks, Fish Lips. Wow, this was an insane 100-point move right there. So I'm trying to take most of my entries around like support and resistance, and even those aren't even working today because we're just going straight through them. They're not respecting any of it today. Let's check. Still no setups as far as our 3 minutes and 5 minute goes. I like the shorts below the session 50% mark here. But I guess we need to break structure. So what's up, Omar? How are you doing today? Is anybody in the lobby trading today? All right, we're trying to work our way below that session mid here. We got 10 seconds left on this candle. Oh, don't make a lower high. Ah, shit. All right. All right, looks like we're going to get stopped out on this one. Oh, that's going to suck if that sells after I just stopped me out. Right now, we're just kind of trading sideways. You can see it. We're kind of in this big consolidation box. Yeah, there's just not really a lot to do at the moment, guys. We just kind of have to sit here and just be patient. It's just it's gonna break out afterward. Wow, this thing's just going straight to the moon at the moment. Is there anybody in the lobby taking any trades in this, or is everybody just flipping through you're trying, John? Yeah, this is really tough to trade with the big swings. I don't know what that would be. This thing's probably gonna go straight up. I think the target's gonna be your 597. That's your IBH. Your IBH level. So that's the close of the hour initial balance candle. Finding support at this pivot here. Was trying to see if this pivot's going to hold up here. Little doji candle. All right. So this is a 9 EMA possible bounce. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. If the 9 doesn't hold, then you should get a 20. I mean, it looks like it's setting up for a move to the high, though, like to move higher. So we had the cross of the EMAs. You got a nice little round U shape here. So all right, this would be your 21 pullback. If we lose 21, then you got 50. If none of this doesn't show any kind of resistance support, more likely we're going to be pushing back down. You really want to see us back above this pivot here. Gotta make sure I'm on the right account. All right. So we do have some news today that's could possibly reason why we're chopping. It's we have the Fed minutes today at 2 o'clock. So usually what that is kind of the decision on interest rates. Their decision on interest rates, I guess. Oh. Which I think they're going to probably end up lowering interest rates because everybody's buying up bonds right now. And we got a bonds market today at 1, and that's 3-star news too. I mean, this looks like just a big old bull flag to me. Hopefully everybody stayed safe today. You kept your entries fairly small as far as how many contracts you entered on. For most part, we've been just trading on micros all day, which we usually always trade on micros, but most of the time we've been trying to keep our micros fairly small on some of these accounts. Still no funded trade setup today. We missed our funded account setup trade today. It was here. It happened this morning at 7:30, 8:30. So I don't know if we'll get another setup today. Here comes our session mid. I like usually taking shorts around this level. I took one while ago and got burnt. All right, 400, push up back to 410s, 420s. Good morning, Kevin. All right, so that was pretty much another bounce off of your, if you pull Fibonacci, this is the 50% of the overall move today, this 397. Good morning, Tiffany. How are you doing today? Good morning, Jay. I mean, it looks like we want to push lower, but who knows at this moment. It would really need to get through the 70s here because that's kind of like the bottom of this, the consolidation box from earlier. I mean, we're still just making higher lows all the way up. So really needs to break this structure here for us to get the move down. This is some pretty wild, crazy price action. I mean, it's just stuck here in the middle of the range. So this is kind of stuck in the middle of that 15-minute range, which is right here. Most of the time at the 15-minute range, if we trade back into it, a lot of times we end up moving all the way back down. Ooh, is this a fake out or is this going to be the... The only thing I don't like about the candle, it's sitting at the whole number here at the 400. And I don't usually take trades going into the whole number. I got to be below the whole number here. Like I said, if we can break this structure here, we should get a, I would think we'd get a push. And we still got our 200 moving average sitting all the way down at freaking 282. Whew. Right now, guys, there's no reason to trade this. We're just kind of stuck. Either unless we get back above the 50, maybe we can take a scalp. Maybe this is going to be the breakout to the upside. But right now, this stuff is just... Let's really need to see what this next... See if the next candle, it'll stay bullish here. All right, here comes our next candle here. Holy goodness. Man. All right, so we're finally starting to get a little bit of movement. You kind of want to wait and see what happens at this 500 level and see if we get some kind of reversal here at this whole number. So that looks like I hit the 90 there. So that was kind of like your little 90 drama here. So hit the 90, reverse. So hopefully the next candle. That's what's making these entries so hard. These 40-minute, like 40 and 50-point candles. You just can't have a good stop loss without having a 30, 40-point stop loss. Wow, what a fake out. Wow, that was just an insane fake out right now. All right, let's see what happens here. If we break the 400s, we should get a sell down, especially if we break those 90s here. Oh, I don't want to see a wick. Son of a bee. I'm gonna risk like 10 points or something because that could easily be a fake out here and just go straight back up to the moon. That could have been a liquidity grab. In case it comes back on us. Got this 200 EMA. That's why I'm targeting the 310s. So about 20 points above that level. Well, at least take 30 points out of this. This way, if it comes back, and I don't want it to come back and get 0 out of this. So this was that session mid that we were sitting there watching for us to break. What it is, I waited for us to break the 90 level before I got short. All right. Woo, that was a nice 70-point move. So we should get maybe a bounce here, maybe back up to the 50. All right, there comes your 200 moving average. Let's see if it, man, is this thing gonna continue through the 200? Wow, no respect, no respect. Wow, we left a lot on the table, guys, a lot on the table. I wish I had another contract because I would have had it sitting down here at the 196. Oh, man. There's nothing holding this thing down, especially if it stays below this 276, because that's your opening range high. I feel like we could possibly go back up, because if we can get back above these 300s here, because usually we always get a reversal. And we're not even going to recover the 200 moving average. I was thinking we would push back above this 290 here, or back above 300. All right. That's probably an order block here, so it's probably going to go down once we get below this. Usually, yep. Good morning, Emily, Allison, User, Skid. How are you guys doing today? So right now we're stuck at the opening range high from this morning. So if we get below that opening range high, we should push down to the 206 here. Yeah, if we go back in now, it's just going to be what 2 micros, guys. No, I missed it. Dang you, darn you, TikTok. TikTok was showing me inactive. Dang, that's still 20 points. Man. I wanted to short this opening range high down here and see if we can get a push down to the 200s. Dang it. Oh, I turned my head for 1 second. Let's see if we get a retest. Let's see if we can get a retest. If this can retest and hold. All right, here comes the retest. So we're going to hold here. Right now we're finding support there. Yeah, if we do enter this, it's just going to be what 2 micros, guys. So we're going to keep our, try to hold on to our profit. If it gets back at 76, we'll close it. $76 is my line in the sand. So it's about, what, 13 points. Okay. Waterfall. Ooh, perfect timing, guys. Perfect timing. I'm just scared of the bounce at this 206. I think I will. I think I will take my profit here. Because I know we could bounce here or even here. So, in just 1 micro, we might as well just take what we can. All right, we're going to take some out of this. I don't want to give up all the profit. Oh, it missed me. Damn. It missed me by a couple points on that. How are you doing, Kathy? Kay, how are you guys doing today? Is there anybody in the lobby trading, or is everybody just watching? Blah blah. Give me a minute. I gotta reset my stuff here. The next level we can wait on here is if we can get below the IBL. I mean, the lows are a long ways back down there. Let's see. You could get bounces here off these wicks. So 120. And also here at the VWAP. And it looks like we have equal lows sitting there at this 160s. Another bear flag. I mean, I definitely feel like we're gonna go down here and touch those 206s because that's A lot of times what it is whenever we break our opening range high, most of the time we always touch the low. Here, you want to see if we're going to get back above our open range high. So most time if we get back above this level, we're going to make another push. All right, so today we're kind of 3 for 2. We did full send a eval today. It was like a 90% eval on Apex, so we were trying to just get a quick pass for another funded. We failed one eval today, and we traded 3 different evals today because there was a 90% code. So here's what we are on our accounts. Like I said, we full send an eval today. We were trying to pass it on just one move, and it failed. This is the one that y'all been sitting here seeing me trade pretty much most of the morning. We're up 1,131. We took one trade on this account this morning for 337. And like I said, no funded trade so far today because we haven't had no setups on our fundeds. Those happen earlier this morning. So most of the time, whenever it happens early in the morning like this, whenever we get that 3-minute breakout, and even this was a ugly 3-minute breakout, honestly, just because there was a lot of consolidation and just was not good levels to trade on. But this was really the only breakout from this morning. So maybe this is the start of the new one right here. So let's just say, so what you want to do is like, here's our, well, that can kind of be a leg in a way, I guess. It's very small. And that was off yesterday's close too. So we had yesterday's close and open pretty much at the same level yesterday, but like maybe 20 points. So what I like to see here is for us to push maybe back up here, not quite make a higher high, but just a higher low, then come back down through this trend line, then finish selling off. That would be our ideal setup if we're going to take something unfunded today. But that could take another, I mean, it's 10 o'clock. It literally could take another hour for this to set up. All right, so it actually looks a little better on the 5 minutes. So this is your 5-minute chart. So you got your good, nice little body of U shape. You got your first trend line hit. Now you're just looking for another little U. Then hopefully we can get short right below this close or something, depending on where the candle closes. So, but we'll just have to be patient and wait for that to happen. It could take a little bit, especially on 5-minute candles. Was that on the right chart? I still say this thing looks definitely a lot cleaner on the 5-minute than it does the 3-minute here. See if I can find a cleaner chart where it's not so messy. Oh, my ninja froze, guys. I'm frozen. Okay, there it goes. And see, that would be kind of a perfect little dump here because that's also right below the only thing that scares me here is the VWAP here for that short. Hopefully it happens farther back up. Like I said, I definitely feel the 5-minute looks a lot cleaner than the 3-minute here. We'll put that in the Discord there. I don't know if it'll happen there, but it looks like we do have a possible break on the 3-minute there if we can get the push back down. All right. All right. So far, the charts are loading up kind of slow today. It seems like anytime I change times or anything like that, it just... This is on the 1-minute chart. You really want to kind of close here. And this way we're below the opener range high there. We're going to trade on with the funded accounts, the one that we're kind of in the hole on. We're down about $100 on some of these funded accounts. So let's see. So I need to make the lead account 16. All right. All right. All right, starting to get the push deck down. We still need about a 75 point to the downside. And we could chop around for the rest of the day because we do have Fed minutes later today. Like I said, it could literally take about 30 minutes before us to get down here. Is there anybody in the lobby trading, guys, or is everybody just flipping through, joining, and just kind of moving on? I didn't know if there was anybody in the lobby trading. Got a little fair value gap breakout here to the upside. And let's see. Ooh, what a freaking almost 100.3 minute candle here, guys. These are failed inversion plays here. So this is a 3 minute. All right, here comes our new candle here. Let's see if we can get a retest here. There's the retest, hopefully. Good morning, Kurt. That's not the price action I wanted to see. I thought with this very bullish candle that this next one would just be going. Nope, it's still on the struggle bus. It's already like a 2-minute candle, 3-minute candle, and it's just cannot get back above the 20s here. A lot of consolidation in here. What's up, Reaper? How are you doing today? Carrie, how are you guys doing? Wow, this is just a slow grinding 3-minute candle. That was hard to enter. There's just no way. Man, that thing just turned into straight chop. We were trying to look for a spot to enter where we can get 20 points out of there. And I feel like the entry was probably back down around here, the 50% mark. All right. So we got the setup on TradingView. Pretty much the same spot that we've had marked out for a while. They just now updated it. So it'll probably pop up on the 5 minutes all here in a little bit too. So, and if this one does break, we will probably take this one on our funded account. All right, we'll put that one in the Discord too, since it's on TradingView right now. Makes it a little easier to see here. It's actually a good place for it to break right below the 90s, below the right below the what? Oh, wait, this is the ES. Oh, this is the ES setup. Let me check. We don't have it on NASDAQ. It's just on the ES. Okay. I guess we could try a trade on the ES. All right, so that was actually an ES break and not a E and Q. Make sure I put that in there. Like I said, it could be till after lunch before these set up. I was very tempted to take this bounce off this session mid, but I just cannot pull the trigger. I just hated the way that it was grinding. So it was hard to take. Man, I knew as soon as I sent them an email to update my freaking thing. What's up, Jenny? How are you doing today? I have to send them to update my discount code. I know as soon as I send it, they're going to change their code and it's going to go back to like 80 or 90% off. So today, which they're not always available, day trade. And I trade them on Quantower. If you're looking for a cheap way to get into just trading without spending a lot of money, day trade is probably the cheapest to do at the moment because it's just a one-time fee. So you can pick up a Ripnik account for like $12 or depending on what size you want. And I trade them on Quantower. And this is what Quantower charts look like for if maybe you're not familiar with Quantower, which this is an ES chart. And this is NASDAQ, which I haven't fixed up my NASDAQ or ES charts. These, I took all the grids off. So it's just makes everything super bright to see with the black in the background. What's up, Bambi? How are you doing? Did you take any more trades? We did full send a 90% eval this morning. So we did blow an eval this morning because we tried to full send it. We're still up on the ones that we've just been trading normally. This one I full send it. Don't do that a lot, but it was a cheap eval with Apex, and plus it has also a 90% off reset too. If we are not reset, renewal. Besides that one, we're still having a fairly decent day. This is that one that we took that original trade, the one oh no, it wasn't. I did minis. I didn't do micros. It was a straight up 3 mini contract. So either you're almost going to blow it or pass it. Yeah. Yeah, it was a mini. Now these two I've been trading normal. I've been trading micros with these, but that one it was straight up minis. All right, so we do have a setup we're waiting on. Let me get these charts out of the way here. All right. We got a nice, good 3 minute. This is the 5 minute trend. Let's see what's on the 3 minute. Should be the same thing on the 3 minute too. So we got something on the 3 minute too. Usually it takes a little bit for TradingView to update. I mean, I already had it drawn out. You can see it pretty much just drew it just underneath the line that I already had drawn out. So if this 3 minute breaks, we're probably going to take this 3 minute trade. Yeah, I was able to get a 90% eval for like, was they like $14 or something like that? Or yeah, I think they're 14. But I also did day trade today, which I almost want to take a day trade account. Day trade account on the ES breakout. I just don't know if I can hit the buttons all at once. All right, so this is let's see. Let's see. I don't really want to put. I'm still not that like familiar. Okay, here it is. Here it is. All right. Let's see here. I mean, the ES has still got a little bit to go. We're going to try to take trades on the ES and the NASDAQ here when we do this. Oh. So what is that? 16, actually 20. All right. I think I have them set up. Whew. Sorry, let me pull your thing back up here so I can see what you're saying. My funded futures. Yeah, I used it earlier for that 90% off too. My funded futures. That's actually one of the accounts I blown this morning from full sending. Yeah, so yeah, I don't mind. I feel like we would have a nice close if we can close right below the 90s. I feel like we could easily probably get our 20 points. Man, I almost want to. We'll see. I'm gonna shoot for 20. I will see if we can get a runner, but I'm not sure. The only thing I'm not a big fan of here is the fact that our trauma is way back up there. So hopefully we can get the trauma to come down a little bit. I feel like the 5 minutes probably the better of the setup, but I think we're just going to stick to the 3. Because if it can just, we're just looking for 20 points. Because it could push at the bottom of this gap here and bounce, because this is a fair value gap in between this. So we could just bounce here. Oh my goodness. Ow, back stiff. Yeah, I just wish they would just do it for everybody, Mr. Future Trader. Like I said, we're just waiting for the trend line break, guys. We're going to be looking for 20 points. If it gets up 15 points, above 15 points, we'll probably go to break even, just because I don't want to get up 15 points and it comes back and stops us out for a loss. This market is so whipsawy. I mean, 15 points shouldn't be that much. And like I said, it can just whip back up the 15 and hit your stop loss on a day like today. Or, you know, luckily it's slowing down a little bit, but these candles are still pretty massive. I mean, this is at what, 40 point candles. Oh, sorry, I had my thing covered up. It's Bambi, it's you can I'm not sure if day trade is still doing it, but Apex is. It's a TBM for today. I'm thinking it's still going on. I'm not positive. Someone in my YouTube lobby just said that it's still going on. I think Trade by Mats had a 90% off today, Eric. No, the 90% today was they were doing a special for Trade by Mats and day trades. Day trade was offering a 90% today too. Ooh, it's so close here. Right now, we're just kind of bouncing off this trend line. I would think that we'd get a push down to that opening range high there. Ooh, we don't want to. It's so hard not to try to jump in this early. Got 1 minute left on this candle. All right, we just took it off. I didn't know if it was going to get through this opening range high. So the break didn't. I really hate entering that before the close. I mean, really, I don't know. I may even do it on the close. If it closes and it looks like it's still continue, we may re-enter. That was a funded account trade. Had to, I don't know. Like I said, this is not really the close. This comes to close. This is really supposed to be the entry right here. Let's see if we can get a retest, then a push back down. Kind of bouncing. Right now, the ES is kind of getting stuck here at the Wow, this thing just rocket ship back up there. Ooh, this thing's just ripping. So this is where you want to see it turn back down around this 10 level. Wow, this thing just did a total reversal. I mean, it did pay the 20 points, but it just did a total reversal. Man, that was like 125 point 1 minute, 3 minute candle. Let's see here. Did you look and see if that code was still available, Bambi? Oh, shoot. Yeah, it was that TBM I put in the lobby there. That's I think it still works. Let me check real quick. I can see if it still works. Yeah, it's still working. You can still pick up a 25K for $14. Yeah, it's still working. I'm not sure for how much longer though, because usually they got a time limit on those. Or, 50Ks or for 16. All right, we're back at the whole number of the 400. If we get through this 50% mark, we should make a nice push. Now, are you talking about tax refunds or a refund from something else? So I think I don't know if I'm gonna take any more trades the rest of the day. We've actually been kind of over trading today, so we've traded a lot. So this is where we're at so far. This is the one that we've been kind of trading aggressively throughout the day. This was the very first trade this morning. It went up. We got 100 points out of this trade. Then I think Bammy in the lobby says she got 175. She took it all. I'm sad that I didn't get it all. And this was the one funded account trade that we took, and we only got $80 a piece out of one because we copy traded them together. This is the funded accounts that were kind of down a little bit, and we're trying to get back in the green. So it looks like we're about one trade away from getting it back in the green. Unfortunately, I had to take that 3-minute breakout a little bit earlier than I really wanted to, which I'm glad I did because it bounced off of that one area. Let's see, where'd it go? This area right here. The opening range high. So that's kind of the reason why we just went ahead and just jumped in early, because usually we get a bounce around the opening range high and also the opening range low. And that's why I went ahead and just closed my trade down once I saw it wicking and bouncing here. Oh, nice. Yeah, the pullback to that 21 EMA, that was a nice pullback this morning. I wish I could get better about taking trades off of the EMA early in the mornings like that, but I hesitate. Yeah, it was a big pullback after that, running those highs yesterday and off the 350. I think that's what Fish Lips was. He was hitting it hard yesterday off those 50s and 100s. I'm not sure how he did today. He usually he'll post it in Discord, either in mine or he'll do it in Methodical Man's Discord too. Man, is this thing going to continue back down? We got this little gap fill here. I'm not sure about this one. We're going to take a chance with it. And we're going to go to break even fairly quick, even if it just stops us out. Oh, dang it. It got so close. Come on, one more push. Come on, another 20-point banger. It's so close. I almost want to close it if it gets back above 30. Okay, whew. Oh, now it goes. All right, so that was another funded account trade. Even though it was not really a trend line break, but it was my previous trend I had drawn out earlier. So that put us over $100 total. So basically $230 between the two funded accounts. We're probably going to leave a crap load on the table. Watch this be the big sell-off. Nice. All right, I definitely think that's going to be it for me today, because if I stay on here and look for more entries, I'll keep taking them. But I think there's another one on the 5 minutes, if I'm not mistaken here. So it's even close on this 5 minute setup. The only thing is this first leg, I don't know, it may get 217. I mean, I guess we could always risk our profits that we made a while ago and just shoot for 30 points. Damn, is I supposed to already enter this thing? I might already supposed to enter it. I can't find my charts. Oh. Yeah, I feel like the entry should have been back up to here on that 30-minute too. I think we're just going to stay away from this because it could hit this 76 and bounce. Oh shit, you're way down there. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching today. I don't think I'm going to take any more trades today. I think it's just best for me to walk away. So we're pretty much green on the day, except for the one count that we did full send today. That's the only red. We basically just YOLO'd it. But everything else is green. Our funded accounts are green. We're up 240, and the 2 evals that we traded somewhat normally. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, Bammy. Thank you guys for watching. I mean, it looks like it's ready to sell. But like I said, I think we're going to stay away from it. All right. All right, guys. Everyone have a good one. It's I'm sorry, Eric. I didn't see your message. It's what was that? TBM? Oh yeah, TBM. I'm sorry if I missed your message there, Eric. Yeah, see, we're still running into that 76. So that's the only issue I've been seeing with these breakouts here is that 276. All right, guys, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching today. All right, nice. All right. Good deal. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. I may end up leaving the one charts up here. All right, there it goes. I'll put the and this is the 5-minute chart here. Thank you, Eric. I did take the 3 minutes, but I got in a little earlier. So basically what I did is I just kind of saw it going and I jumped in on this huge bearish candle. It still went down because we got short, around the 18s, I think, and it ended up going to 60, 65. So, I mean, it did go down 45 points, and I was only looking for 20 on the 3 minutes. So that's usually what I've been taking out of the 3-minute charts is 3 minutes. I mean, 20 points on the 3 minutes.